papers on the subject called The Sound of Silence Technology, which is, you can find that on my website, Dr.TrueOtt2.wmv. Just go into that website and look on Dr. Ott's papers, scroll down and find The Sound of Silence. It pretty much outlines the whole project since the 1950s. Something that is far beyond the so-called Project Artichoke and MK Ultra. The fact is, it's still going on. DARPA, the Advanced Research Project Agency, is still very much into perfecting this technology. It has not died with the Senate inquiries into the Church Commission. So anyway, yeah, the technology to bring it to a new level, Clayton, is very, very disturbing. The nanotechnology particles that they can do and move into the brainstem.
This woman you're talking about that went into your family. Now, I had already lost my family. I mean, after being kept unconscious for 3 months for 3 broken ribs, you know, I had already lost my family. The doctors had driven my family away. Oh, you know, you need to get guardianship of him. You need to make this. You need to make sure he doesn't drive. Make sure he doesn't talk. Make sure he doesn't do this. Make sure he takes these pills. No, I'm not taking the pills. But then after all this is over, after I was divorced, I went back to restart the Free American in New Mexico, and a woman shows up. Said she's been a subscriber of mine for years, and she wants to help me. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. Handed me a check for $10,000 to help me get started again. And then it progressed on, and turns out she loved me, but she just couldn't stay with me, you know, unless we were married. And at the time, I was pretty vulnerable, so I got married. And she ended up taking my property. I couldn't figure it out. I mean, to this day, I still don't quite understand what happened. You know, was she sent there? Did she, you know, it cost her a lot of money. She bought my property. I mean, she didn't steal it. She just bought it, but we were supposed to develop it, turn it into a Liberty Village camp. And then as soon as we closed, the day we closed, she ordered me off of the property. So, you know, where did she come from? I mean, where, you know, how could this, I mean, I ask people, you know, is this woman just insane? Is there something wrong here? I even talked to her friends to try to find out what had happened. Still don't know to this day. But it sounds like she was sent there to keep me from developing Liberty Villages there in New Mexico that I had promoted. I had promoted for 6 years or 8 years.
Well, again, I would just remind you, Clayton, and the listeners as well, the infiltration of Hal Turner's is not just limited to the radio world. Okay, any organization has numerous government mind-controlled moles inside of it, and if in fact you have a workable option, if the ADL, Benign Southern Poverty Center, or APAC takes notice of you, make no mistake, money's no issue to stop it. So anything's possible, and I just basically take the approach. I trust no one without complete thorough background checks.
Now, what has now you've been on the show, so what happened to RBN? I was on RBN, and then all of a sudden I was off of it, and I've known Stadmiller for years. And again, I don't know what the real agenda was. It's almost like with friends like this, you don't need enemies. What happened in that situation?
It was out of the blue completely. I had received word that my show, which aired middle of the day from 12 to 2 Mountain Time, 12 to 2 p.m., was garnishing very, very high ratings. received a lot of very loyal fan base.
Hold on a minute. We've just been disconnected again. Hold on. Let me get this back up. Incredible here.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key. To hear important instructions, press. Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
All right. Two disconnections in one morning. This is even kind of a unique and unusual. True.
Well, it happens to me on my show all the time, and even with RBN when I was there, the interference was incredible. It's just beyond the norm. And not only that, but my computers, my mainframe, and my business, all of it being hacked, very sophisticated hacking, I might add. Because I spared no expense in getting a quality firewall and protection from any hacking, and this was way above anything my professionals have ever seen. So it's striking nerves. It's just the truth. This cabal, this Khazarian Ashkenazi cabal, they hate the truth. The truth is not in them. Their whole motto of their agency is, by means of deception, thou shalt wage war. Deception in the dictionary means living a falsehood, hiding behind a false mask. So that's what they are. That's who they are. They claim to be Jews. You know, you say the word Jew and you get immediately on a database connection to Tel Aviv. You know, that's a fact. Infosys will route your call to the data center in Tel Aviv. So welcome to our friends in Tel Aviv who are listening in. They are what the Book of Revelation says are Jews that are not Jews. They claim to be Jews, but they're not of the biblical bloodline. They are the Ashkenazi Khazarian tribe of the Caucasus Mountains. They are no more Jews than Mickey Mouse is.
I've decided to take a page out of their playbook and change the meaning. They change the meaning of words. That's not a hunting rifle. That's an assault rifle. You know. They changed the word. I'm going to start calling them Morlocks. I think everybody said don't Clay. They're Khazarians. Don't call them Jews. Don't say Jews. Don't say the word. You know, and because I do say the word, and because I do have it on there, I'm blocked in every library around the country. They say I'm a porno site.
Really? Well, there you go. You shouldn't be such a pervert.
I said a porno site. Man, I haven't had sex in so long I wouldn't recognize porno, you know?
Well, I guess, riding those motorcycles gives you a bad name.
Oh, yeah, that's it. And as soon as I came out with my book, Mystery Babylon, and on the cover it talks about what the Bible says about the Jews who say they're Jews and are not. And suddenly I wasn't welcome in any biker bars in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty strange.
Wow, the few bikers I know are pretty excited about defending truth. That's kind of a strange situation down there, but yeah, it's really the war that's ongoing in Afghanistan. By the way, the Pat Tillman story that came out August 20th. I would just put a plug in to everybody that can go see that documentary film, the Tillman story. Wonderfully done. I hope it gets some critical acclaim. I doubt it. It's too hard hitting with truth. Pat Tillman, what a story! What a story, and what a cover up. Why he was, who killed him, and why. Oh golly, the reason we're in Afghanistan, ladies and gentlemen, is twofold.